thought evil was. I always thought evil was like people that committed crimes against children, rapists, and things like that. People think evil has a face, but it doesn't. It comes in all shapes, forms, sizes, colors, genders, and you can't tell it's walking amongst us. Be mindful of who you let into your space, who you let into your life. Sometimes there are blatant signs, and sometimes people put their mask on and masquerade, and you don't know until they take it off. Karim was masterful at keeping secrets and keeping his lies in order. What he did to me and other women was just reckless and diabolical. I did not see him coming. He's not going to understand the carnage he left behind. He's a sociopath. He just didn't care as long as he got what he wanted. That's evil. Me and Karim met at a local hospital we were working at. We were both security officers. I was responsible for training him. My first impression of Karim was he was friendly, charming. He really talked a lot. To me, our conversations were harmless. I mean, it's two co-workers talking to each other about life and about my children, and him talking about school.
I've been debating going to nursing school, actually.
Really? Yeah, man, I think you should do it. You'll be really good at it.
At the time, I had an ex-boyfriend that was stalking me. My ex would sometimes come to the hospital where we worked. Me and Karim were standing outside, and my ex drove right up to where we were standing.
Sweetie,
What are you doing here?
you won't answer the phone.
Because I don't want to talk to you.
And Karim's like, get away from here. She doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Now you're trespassing.
I think it's best you go. This ain't none of your business.
And he basically told him, you can go voluntarily or involuntarily.
You can either leave now or you can leave when the police show up. Sarita.
Oh, he left. I didn't feel like I needed protecting, but the fact that he went the extra mile to do it, I thought it was sweet, and I thought it came from a genuine place.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Problem. Got each other's backs.
Now, in hindsight, I feel like that he had an agenda. I think that was part of his plan, too, to make me feel safe. But he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, because behind that facade, he had ill intentions. He was approaching me like predator to prey. we just knew we were attracted to each other. It was like an intense attraction. The first time we had sex, he was like, it's your choice. We can use a condom or not.
Good protection?
Oh, I didn't bring any.
I have some.
He was more than willing to not wear a condom. He just told me it didn't matter to him.
I mean, I'm fine if we don't use one, but if you want to, we can.
And I told him, no, you need to put on a condom.
I'd rather be safe.
Knowing what I know now, it makes me angry. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew he had HIV before he met me. Right from the beginning, you were willing to expose me to that. Him saying a condom or no condom. If something did happen, he could say, oh, you made the choice to not use a condom. I gave you a choice. You saying it's optional. He didn't even make an effort to protect me from him. He was gambling with my health. He was gambling with my life. He didn't care. He liked to take risks. I don't think he thought about his health or mine. He just wanted to have sex with me. We started spending more time together. And I told him I don't want anything just casual. We should be in a relationship. He said, I don't use condoms when I'm in relationships. So he's like, if we're gonna be in a relationship, I don't want to use condoms. I said, well, we need to get tested. And until we're tested, we're gonna use condoms. Karim agreed to go get himself tested. And we waited to sleep together again until everybody's results were ready.
Hey, you. Guess what?
The STD tests are basic: chlamydia, gonorrhea, trichomoniasis. Then you have to ask and give them permission for the HIV test. So I got tested for all that.
You got my results back.
Karim was supposed to go get the same test I was getting. When my results came back, everything was fine.
What about yours?
Oh. Yeah, right.
I showed him my papers. But when he took his test, he only showed me the STD papers. He didn't show me a test for HIV.
What about the HIV test? Why is that not on here?
I asked him, where's the printout for your HIV test? And he said, oh, they said I didn't need to have a printout. They would contact me if anything was wrong. Which sounded familiar to me. I felt like I was pretty street smart and I could recognize when somebody was trying to BS me. But, you know, some doctors like, oh, we don't call you. Everything's fine. No news is good news, which is what I figured it happened with him.
Never get a phone call, so I guess it's all good.
But I wholeheartedly believe that he did not get tested for HIV because he knew the answer already. That was the first of many lies he told that started off like a domino effect. He told this one lie, now he has to keep lying.
So you want to skip dinner and go straight to bed, or?
Okay. Settle down.
He didn't care about my health. He didn't care about my children. He couldn't have, because he absolutely knew that he could pass the virus to someone. But I trusted him. I got on birth control pills and we never used condoms again. I thought that I was being responsible. Every time he slept with me without a condom was a chance that he was giving me HIV. One of my coworkers seemed to have an attitude about me and him getting closer. I just thought she was like a woman scorned or she was jealous.
Aww. Look at you two. Aren't y'all so cute?
One morning, she came through the door to the security office. She said, "Hey, Karim, where's your wife? How's she doing?"
How's the missus these days?
You just shut up.
He raised his voice and was like, "Why are you always messing with us? Why don't you just mind your business and stop acting like a bitch?"
What did you just call me?
You heard me.
It alarmed me at that time because I had never seen him act that way. I had never heard him be disrespectful to a woman. I'm thinking this is just one of her shenanigans that she's been pulling. But I still asked him, like, why would she say that particular thing?
What is she talking about?
Nothing.
Did it sound like nothing?
He told me that he was with his ex-fiancée for 5 years, and we applied for a marriage license, but we didn't get married. She called off the engagement.
Excuse me?
I wanted to tell you, I just didn't know how you'd react.
I felt like it was believable because I've been to his house. I didn't see anything female in his house. It looked like a bachelor pad. And the fact that we were together so much, and I felt like if he had a wife, she would be calling like, "Why are you not coming home?" and stuff.
At this point, you really think I'm married?
I just really felt like that coworker was really just messing with us, and the explanation he gave to me made sense.
Come on, we gotta clock in for work.
Now I know that he was lying, and that was only one small lie. There was much bigger ones waiting for me. My mother knew I was dating Karam because my son told her. So the natural next step was to introduce him to my mom. She really liked him. They got close to a point where they had each other's numbers. And then the first time I brought up not having met his family was Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm out of here. Take care of you too.
Thanksgiving came. And I was like, what are you doing? Can I meet your mom? Can I come over?
The kids and I don't have plans. So I was thinking maybe you would like us to join you?
He said no.
I don't think that's a good idea.
So when you met my mom, you met my kids. I haven't met anyone from your family. You haven't even brought up the subject. Why am I bringing it up and you're not?
Why not?
And his explanation was they still talk to my ex-fiance. They're still attached to her. Even though we broke up, she's still in contact with them. And my mom has made the statement, "Don't bring anybody around me unless you're engaged."
But trust me, you don't want to meet my mom right now. It won't go well.
The explanation he gave me seemed reasonable just based on the time frame we had been together. I mean, we hadn't even been together a whole year. She had been in his life for 5 years. So I could understand that.
I don't want to think that you're trying to hide me.
Come on. You know, it's not like that. You got plenty of time to meet them.
But Christmas 2013, it was another opportunity for the families to get together. It was the same thing, you know, nobody else from the outside. It's just family. So at that point, I just stopped asking. When I look back on it, I know what was really behind the scenes. It was masterful. I now know Kareem's mother knew that he had HIV. And I believe Kareem didn't want me to interact with any of his family so he could keep his secrets. Kareem had an insatiable appetite for sex. He wanted it all the time, every day, multiple times a day. One time we were in bed about to go to sleep and we were just talking like we always did. What?
I want to leave my mark.
He said to me, I just want to leave an impression on you. I want to leave an impression on your life, even if we break up.
I want to make sure you never forget me.
I just smelled it like butter. I felt like I found the person that I could be with long term. He made me really happy. I really loved him. When I think back, those words haunt me because he did leave an impression on my life. He'll forever have a place in my life that I can't get rid of. What did he mean by that comment? I went over it over and over in my mind, what he actually meant by that statement. I'm gonna leave an imprint on your life even if we don't work out. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do. It could have been the first time or the 10th time, but if you keep sleeping with somebody with HIV, eventually you're gonna get it. I was sleeping with the enemy. I was suspicious of everybody else but him. And the chaos was laying right next to me. Last time I felt normal was April or May 2014. The next couple of days after that, I thought I had the flu. Cause I had a high fever, body aches, congestion. I just felt horrible. And I felt like that for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe longer than the flu should last. That's when I started going to the doctor. Kareem would come with me to the doctor's visits. Actually, he invited himself. He was like, if you don't mind, I'd like to come too, because I want to know what you know. He was acting like he was concerned, but I think he was trying to keep a watchful eye.
Same symptoms, huh?
It took them so long to find out what was wrong with me. Even the doctor was scratching his head like, I don't know what's going on.
This doesn't look like the flu.
Your labs don't look good. I don't know what's happening.
What do you think it is?
Blood work is concerning.
And the doctor was like, I'm gonna see you to a nutritionist. And Kareem was like, see, I've been telling you, you need to get on your nutrition and stuff. He was like, Doc, I try to tell her she needs to eat healthier.
All you need to do is exercise and eat right.
He was playing the role that he thought he should.
I want you to talk to a specialist. In the meantime, I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
In retrospect, I think he was just keeping a watchful eye to see exactly what was going on with my health, or if they said anything about HIV or anything. He was going to the doctor's appointments to see what his next move should be. He probably knew he was making me sick. He was like hoping that I got better. I want you to get better. I hope we find out soon what's causing this. Kareem watched me get sick and never said a thing. I was progressively getting worse. I started getting this condition, like these blotches on my skin, and it would just burn. Then I started losing my hair, losing more weight. I wore a beanie all the time. At one point I was so sick I couldn't bathe myself.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
I got down to 135 and I looked like death. It was scary because I didn't know what was going on. I went to the doctor and he said, your labs look really bad.
I don't like the looks of this.
These are signs of HIV. That was the first time HIV was ever mentioned, but I didn't think that's what it was because we both got tested and it was negative.
That's impossible.
He asked me if he could run an HIV test and I told him, sure. You're wasting your time, go ahead.
I still want to make sure.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna change anything, but
Kareem was with me. And he was like, don't cry, everything's gonna be okay. He sat there with a straight face and, babe, it's not HIV.
It's gotta be something else. It can't be that.
Why would it be HIV? We got tested. And I was like, I know. Like, I said, well, let him run the test. I mean, we don't have anything to hide. He didn't even flinch.
I'm sure when they figure it out, they'll call us and they'll let us know.
He didn't look worried. He didn't get fidgety. He was just sitting there with his arm around me. He said, babe, everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna find out what's going on. I was near death and he knew that. And at any point in time, he could have said, maybe it's this. So can you check for this? Rather than watch me deteriorate.
Let's go.
It was cruel for him to watch me suffer. He'd rather me get sick and die than tell me the truth. When I went home after that doctor's visit, I was pretty confident that I did not have HIV. We went back to my house and we started researching what type of cancers we thought it might be. Maybe it's lung cancer or leukemia or something. But we were kind of going back and forth about the possibilities. And then he just started like, I don't know what it is. He was like, I hope the doctor can find out what's going on.
We know it's not HIV.
He always acted like he was concerned and his actions matched his words, so I had no reason to think he was lying about anything.
Maybe this one?
yeah, maybe.
Now I know he knew or had an idea what was going on. He probably still thought that he could get away with it or finesse me into believing whatever lie he was gonna tell me at that point.
We're gonna get through it, okay?
Kareem claimed to love me, which I think is BS, because you can't watch somebody suffer and claim that you love them. I was dying, and he knew something was very wrong, and he still said nothing. He watched me suffer. The next Thursday, I was in the ICU. I had been running a fever for 3 days, and I kept throwing up. I felt like I was dying. So I went to the hospital, and they told me everything that was wrong with me.
What is it?
The doctors came in and they said, "Miss Anderson, I know your doctor ran an HIV test." And he said, "We also ran an HIV test, and you was already tell you that you have HIV." And I was like, "No." And I'm like, "Do you have the right patient?"
Must have made a mistake.
Unfortunately, yes, ma'am.
We ran several tests.
And then I found out other illnesses I had in the ICU. I had nephritis, which is inflammation of the liver. I had hepatitis, which is inflammation of my kidneys. I had a UTI. I had severe anemia. My hair was gone. My nails were gone. I had lost 65 pounds. My blood sugars were out of whack. I had a pancreatitis and gallstones. Karim was responsible for everything but my diabetes. Everything was a direct chain reaction of the HIV. They told me a month or less and I would have been gone. I would have died.
We should discuss treatment options.
Not right now.
They said, "Do you have any questions?" I was like, "No, get out of my room."
Just get out.
Then I called Karim. I was like, "You need to get here. You need to get here right now." He said, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Just get up here right now."
I'm in the ICU.
I knew he had it because he was the only one that I slept with, so there was no question that he gave it to me.
Just hurry up.
I just was anxious for him to get there because I wanted answers. I never thought he gave it to me on purpose. I thought he cheated on me. But it made me want to kill him. Like, literally kill him. When he walked in, I said, "Who did you cheat on me with?" And he was like, "What?" I said, "Karim, I have HIV. Who did you cheat on me with?"
Who is she?
What are you talking about?
"What? HIV?" I was like, "It's not cancer, it's HIV. So who did you cheat on me with?" He was like, "I never cheated." And I was like, "Stop lying. Stop lying to me. Look, we're past that now. I'm in the ICU and I'm basically dying from HIV. So, and you gave it to me. So where did you get it from?"
Did you do it to me? You son of a bitch.
You cheated on me and you lied about your test. He was like, "No, I took that test. It was negative. So you cheated on me."
I didn't sleep with anyone.
I said, "This is not making sense."
It's either one or the other. Which one is it?
You say you didn't lie about your test, so you had to cheat. That was the first time he did not have our answers. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. He was leaning over like this and stuff, trying to conjure up some tears, reacting the way he thought he should react by, kneeling over and making the faces like he was crying, but there was like one tear. Now I think about it, it's comical that he was trying so hard to get those tears out. And they weren't there. That's why I think he's a sociopath. He has no conscience or humanity. I think that's all emotions he learned to fake. I was like, something about this is not right. I don't know what it is, but he's lying to me. And I've never thought he lied to me.
Just get out.
Get the hell out!
I don't want to look at you.
I was like, I don't want to hear any more lies. Just get out of my room. Felt like I went into a grieving period, and he was just making it worse. So I didn't want to talk to him. I blocked his number. When he would come to my house, I didn't answer the door. I just kept telling him I didn't want to talk to him. But I honestly thought that he cheated on me. It never crossed my mind that he would lie about that test. I was depressed. I was heartbroken. I didn't know if I was going to live or die. And I was just like, this is a bad dream. Like, this can't be happening. How did my life get to this point? A month ago, I was fine. I was happy. How did I get here? I'm gonna get AIDS and die a horrible death. I blamed myself. Like, I should have saw something. I should have saw some red flags. Where were they? How did I miss them? I couldn't fight through this. I fought through a lot, but this broke me. It broke me into little pieces. And so I took an overdose of insulin. I passed out, and the next thing I remember is my mom was like, get up, get up. She said she knocked on the door because she saw my car outside, but I didn't answer, so she used her key to come in, and she found me on the floor. So that's how she wound up calling the ambulance.
Where am I? Back at the hospital.
I was like, Mom, why did you save me? I was trying to die. Why did you save me?
Why did you just leave me there? I don't want to be here anymore. Don't say that.
My dad told me, God has a purpose for you. You're here for a reason, and you have a purpose that you have not yet found yet, but He's preparing you for something. And I started thinking, I was like, what purpose could I possibly have?
I know you don't think you can get through this, but you will.
It's me and baby Caden. He was a day old. He looked like a little peanut wrapped in a blanket, so I started calling him Peanut. When I first found out I was pregnant, I didn't know how to feel about the baby. First person I called was Karim, and he said, you have to get rid of it. I don't want to have a baby like this. I was like, I don't want to have HIV like this, but here we are. I let Karim know whether he accepted it or not. I was going to go through with the pregnancy anyway. But the doctor told me if I kept taking my HIV medication, there was only a 5% chance that I would pass HIV to my unborn child. They tested him right after birth, and it was negative. I felt like like it was a miracle. I didn't know why I was given that miracle, but I was just thankful. I had been waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody to will me to go to see him. This was a happy day for me. A lot of sadness. He was some happiness. It took a lot from both of us for him to get here. That's the day I said, no, I'm gonna live. I chose life that day. I can't do it. I can't kill myself. I immediately called his mother and told her everything. I wanted her to know what was going on.
Hi, my name is Sarita. I'm sure you have no idea who I am.
I told her my name, and I said I've been dating Karim, and I have HIV. And she said, what? And she started crying, and she said, have you talked to his wife?
He's married?
That was a surprise to me. After I found out he was married, I went on social media and found her. And I sent her a message and told her everything that was going on. A week after I started communicating with Karim's wife, I found out that she was HIV positive too. She told me that he had given it to her and he had never taken any medication. It was like an aha moment. This is my purpose. This is why I was impacted. The purpose was to stop him from infecting other women. But it was too late. I didn't realize how many other women he had infected. This is my social media post when I announced to everyone I was HIV positive and who gave it to me. If I die, this is gonna be my dying declaration. I have to tell people what happened. After all he's done to turn my life upside down, I'm here to testify that evil can look like anything. Karim is going around like he's okay. He's an attractive man and very charming. He is not letting people know his current situation. I have no reason to lie. I was faithful. He's the only one I've been with for 2 years. I'm saying all this to warn people to be careful who you let in your life. Really get to know someone before taking risks. I thought I was in a happy relationship, and 4 words turned that all around. You are HIV positive. When I wrote this, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I had a million notifications from people. Immediately my phone was ding 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 going off. I was finding out that he was in these singles groups. Some of his friends would say he's in these dating groups and, he's dating someone down the way. He's not being honest. And other women saying, is this true? I slept with him a couple months ago or whatever. I opened up Pandora's box and I started to build a timeline. People were like, wait, when did you get diagnosed? Because I was with him, and a lot of the time it was before me. His wife told me she tested positive in 2009. And then I got an anonymous message from someone from the county clinic. They said he had tested positive in 2010 and he never came back for any medicine. I immediately blew my top. By the time I was involved in a relationship with Kareem, he had already been giving women HIV for 5 years. I didn't want to believe it, but it made too much sense. This is why he didn't act surprised. I was devastated all over again, because now I'm like, maybe he didn't cheat on me, but the alternative is much worse. It's much worse. You tried to kill me. Kareem knew every time he slept with me without a condom was a chance that he was giving me HIV. I hated his guts. I wished death on him every day. Every second of every day, I was thinking, why is he still breathing? Why is he still walking around? Why is he able to enjoy himself? Why has anybody killed him? It made me mad that he was alive. To the point where it's like, if nobody else is gonna kill him, I'm gonna do it. So I would just sit up and think about ways about forensics and things I've seen on TV and what is the easiest way I can get away with it. But me hating him didn't do anything to him. It was hurting me because it was turning me to a person that I didn't want to be. So I had a colleague at the hospital we worked at that was a police officer, and he told me it's a crime to intentionally infect someone with HIV. When he gave me that information, it gave me hope. There's another outlet than shooting him. There's a way to get him without getting myself locked up. I called the police and told them I wanted to file a report, and they turned my case over to the Special Victims Unit. I gave the police all the information I had collected. I was on like a crusade to get him.
I have medical records, text messages. Tell me what you need to put him away.
I was trying to get all the people I found on board so we could get him together. I told them I'm not the only one that he gave it to. There's other women. I've already found 12.
I've been messaging the other women.
The officer asked would they be willing to give me a statement.
Do you think you can get any of them to come forward?
I said everybody said no.
I tried. They don't want to talk. Does this mean that you can't arrest him? Not necessarily. Right now it's your word against his.
I often wondered what my purpose was. Why am I here? I kept asking why me, why me? Well, my conclusion was it had to be me. I had to be broken to be put back together stronger so I can bring him to justice. Nobody else wanted to come forward. That's why it had to be me. I felt like I was chosen.
Whatever it takes, he has to be stopped.
I was prepared to be waiting years, but it was a matter of months before he was arrested. was a good day. This is Karim's mugshot. The SBU detective said we have a warrant for his arrest and we're going to be serving it to him in the morning. So I called Karim the next morning and I was like, enjoy your last hours of freedom. He was like, what are you talking about now? I was like, the police are coming for you. And I wish I could be there. And he was like, you always talking negative. And I just hung up on him. That was 8 o'clock. He was arrested at 9. I think he was very surprised when he got arrested. He got arrested at his job while he was on duty. So that probably hurt him more than anything for people to see him being arrested. I was happy when I saw this. I was wondering, what is he thinking right now? And that's what I think of when I see this. What is he thinking right here? There's no smiling or anything in this picture. That was his last day as a free man. So that makes me happy. Yeah, I probably like this picture. The last time I saw Karim was after he got sentenced, and I went one time to the county jail to finally get some answers. I asked him, why did you do this to me?
I just want to know why.
And he said, would you have been with me if I told you? And I said, if you had no wife and you had been honest with me and you were the person that you portrayed yourself to be, yes.
That doesn't answer my question.
One of my questions to Karim was, why did you try to kill me?
I want to know why you wanted me dead.
Did you intentionally go into our relationship knowing that you were going to infect me with HIV, and why? And he doesn't like that. I never tried to kill you. I said, well, I almost died and you sat there and watched.
I didn't want you to die.
No, I didn't. My intention was not to kill you. I love you. I was like, so your intentions were not to kill me, but once you saw me getting sick, why didn't you say anything? Because I didn't think I was the one making you sick. Nobody else got sick. And I was like, this is a bunch of BS. Like, I was getting madder the more I talked to him. He said, why are you so mad? I didn't rape you. He said, you could have told me to put on a condom at any time. I didn't rape you.
I don't know why you're getting so upset anyway.
When he said, I didn't rape you, I said, yeah, but you raped my life.
My world is changed.
You took my choice. You didn't take my body, but you took my choice away. I think sometimes he did it for fun. It was about power. And rape is about power. I gotta be left. I have not seen or spoken to him since that day. My son doesn't see him. My son doesn't speak to him. There's no difference between a rapist and Karim. Because Karim doesn't take women's bodies, but he takes their choices. Karim was definitely a wolf in sheep's clothing. I was told by the detective that they found that his most active year, meaning the year that he infected the most women was 2015. Who knows how many women he infected or how many women died or almost died, and he doesn't care. I know of 12 women that he's infected. I do believe there's more. He's evil. He's diabolical, reckless, careless, negligent. All those things. All those things rolled into one. He has no empathy. He can't have any empathy because he did it over and over. He didn't have any cares in the world about how it would affect women or their families or children or anything like that. He didn't take into account any of the carnage he would leave behind. He was just going to get what he wanted and to hell with everybody else. But I'm not gonna let that define my life. I wanted to bust up the stigma around HIV and what it looks like. It happened to me, this is what happened, and I'm still here. If you have HIV, you can go into an undetectable status, which is the goal. It means you have so little of the virus in your system that it can't be measured by any test. And once you're undetectable, you can't transfer HIV to anyone. So I've been undetectable for years now. Through my research, I found a lot of stories like mine, and people just throw those stories to the side because they assume the person was being reckless when it's happening to everyday people. Hopefully I can inspire somebody else to go get tested or be more careful in vetting their partner. You can't catch everything. You might run across a corral, but most people are not like that.